is the next career wave like computer courses back in 2000s?
On changing and replacing the workforce.
By the way, what is NEP 2020?
Only 10% of the teachers are well equipped to teach and train students on robotics, AI, ML.
Hello everyone, welcome to STEMROBO Talks, where we reimagine classrooms, reshape education, and empower teachers. We are launching our first episode of the podcast with the title, Who Will Teach the Future? We are asking the bold question, with so many new skills in demand like AI, coding, and robotics, who are going to teach the students if the teachers aren't trained for it? Today, joining with us is Mr. Shivang Sangal, an EdTech expert with 10 plus years of experience, who has closely seen how technology is reshaping not only industries but education itself. Let us all welcome Mr. Shivang Sangal.
Thank you, Upasana, for having me here. It's my pleasure to be a part of this wonderful series.
Thank you, sir. So let's get started with the podcast without much further ado. So the first question is NEP 2020 mandates AI and coding as subjects, and CBSE has already introduced AI as a subject. ICSE is also doing the same. Do you think the teachers are well equipped to teach the students these subjects?
That is really a very good question, Upasana, because nowadays I genuinely see a huge gap in terms of teachers being equipped around these technologies. And as per some of the estimates, only 10% of the teachers are well equipped to teach and train students on robotics, AI, ML, and all the upcoming new age technologies that are very much needed for the students. So actually, there is also a wrong notion that we hear in the education industry, which is that willingness of teachers is not there to adopt. But that is completely wrong. What I personally believe that the right way of learning and the right mode of learning. So the teachers are not having any access to both of them. So as per my understanding, yes, there's definitely a huge gap, and for that only the organizations there I can see many organizations giving tremendous amount of putting tremendous amount of effort to change that, and I hope for the best that the change comes sooner and faster.
Well, that's what we all wish for.
Right.
Oh, by the way, what is NEP 2020?
NEP stands for National Education Policy. So most of us think that it's new education policy, but that's wrong. It's National Education Policy, which has been recently introduced in 2020, which was a new amendments were made in the National Education Policy.
Well, I also thought it was a new education policy. Uh, you see, 10 years ago, the schools were struggling to find computer teachers. Now it is the same for AI and coding teachers. So, why do you think we don't learn from history?
So, Pasna, I have also seen that we have been focusing a lot on changing and replacing the workforce, but that is not actually how it works. Rather, the focus should be on upgrading and upskilling the existing teachers and existing workforce that will be actually adding value. Because when we talk about robotics, AI, machine learning, these were an added on courses and technologies. If I talk about say 10 years back or 15 years back, right? But now these programs have become the fundamental. A decade ago, technology was just a add-on subject, right? But when we talk about today's scenario, it's not an add-on subject. Rather, this is the core of whatever the teachers, students, and even we are doing, right? So it's just about the sheer speed that we are seeing the change. And just to give you an example, we all saw that period of COVID, right? Before COVID, teachers they were not that comfortable using your Zoom, Google Meet, and all these online platforms. But during that period, all of them, we saw a tremendous transformation of teachers using technology to teach students, and students using the same technology as a learning tool, rather than just being a consumer of technology and content. So of this is the power of technology. But yes, a lot of efforts need to be aligned to make that happen on ground.
Actually, my mom is also a teacher, and during the COVID times when the teaching was online, she was struggling with those online platforms. But I taught her how to use those. And now it's not a problem for her. Everyone is well equipped with how to use these platforms for training and education purposes.
Right.
So, actually, I had a question.
Yeah.
Like, I was scrolling to your LinkedIn profile and I saw that you work for CSR. So, can you tell us what is actually CSR? And
So CSR stands for Corporate Social Responsibility. So so these organizations are pulling resources, and thus they need to contribute to ensure that the sustainability is maintained. So here we are contributing towards education, and we are specifically focused around programs like STEM, robotics, coding, AR and VR, and certain similar programs which help the student to learn the 21st century skills.
that's a very unique initiative. Okay, sir. So, let's be direct. What happens to students if the teachers don't update themselves? Do we risk creating an industry curriculum gap?
So that is already happening, Upasana. Currently, there is a huge gap between what the teachers are teaching and what the requirements are. Just for instance, in today's world, if any of the student he wants to apply for a medical college, for an engineering college, or rather for a job, anyone and no one would ask for the theory, right? What the questions would be, it would be more focused on practical approach and what they have learned practically, not theoretically, right? So here, when the teachers, the kind of pedagogy they are using, right, that needs to be revamped, and the companies and industry as well as the government has to play a very crucial role in that. So now what happens is, Upasana, there are some students who are visual learners, some are textual learners, as well as some learn through experiential learning. It is very important for every teacher to understand the requirement and understand what the students want, and then mold their way of learning and teaching around that, because that is what a customized learning is all about. And nowadays, the best part is that everyone is exposed to technology and easy access of technology, whether it's through any government intervention or the private schools are now having good infrastructure as compared to maybe if we compare it with 10 years or 20 years back from now. So I would say that yes, there is a huge gap, but it can be fulfilled if a proper if a proper implementation structure is around that.
So, technology is actually helping everyone. So, we can actually learn anything we want from the internet only.
Actually, the important thing now is the enthusiasm as well as how much a child or a teacher wants to learn. So now it's not about technology, it's not about access, it is more about willingness. Just for an instance, I was a week back in Vishakhapatnam, and I saw a group from my hotel. I saw a group of students sitting on a rooftop. They were from different age groups. They were sitting in groups, and they were two teachers. One was holding a stick to beat the students. That was the old days, what I was able to recall. And there was no technology, no blackboards, and nothing. They were just reciting, and students were just mugging it up and writing in their notebooks. Now, I'm not against that kind of teaching. What I mean to tell you is that the teacher should always focus on ensuring that how and what means they can use to upgrade the way students are learning, so that students get the better access as well as they are ready for the 21st century skills.
I totally agree with you. So, every skill gap is like a career opportunity. So, do you feel teacher training in AI and STEM is the next career wave like computer courses back in 2000s?
Yeah, so Upasana, if you remember back in 2000s, every young professional, they were just running behind having a diploma in computers and basic computer literacy, right? But now times have completely changed. When we talk about today's scenario, robotics, machine learning, artificial intelligence, AR, VR, these technologies have become so prominent and so integrated that not only students, I believe even teachers are very much in need of learning these technologies because this is the future and this is the way forward.
So there is actually a pressure to become better,
Right.
from the government and also from the peers.
Actually, that is the hour of that is the need of this hour, because if you are not becoming better by every passing day, you are running out of the race from becoming employable. I totally agree with you.
So we often hear schools confirm applications much faster when teachers hold tech certifications. Why do you feel it is like that?
So actually, Upasana, these courses definitely help any teacher in their progression. Reason being, the schools become confident after seeing their certification that firstly, that teacher applying has gone through a structured course with a proper curriculum as well as pedagogy. Secondly, it is an assurance to the school that the mindset of that teacher is progressive in nature because they are genuinely trying to upgrade themselves and keep themselves in pace of what is happening in the industry. And lastly, I would say that the teacher themselves get that confidence that they are upgraded with these technologies, and hence they are proper and they are proper and impressive learning outcomes when these are being taught. When these teachers teach the students on ground.
So these tech certifications are like brownie points in the series.
Right. I just wanted to highlight STEMROBO also offers certified STEM educators training program. Now that program has been very rigorously designed in a way that it offers a very well structured curriculum to the teachers that they can access at their own. That they can access with their own pace of learning. So that course is designed completely around STEM, robotics, coding, artificial intelligence, and that too starting from the very basic till the advanced level. Now, such courses are helping the teachers to continuously get upgradations. That is, these courses are helping the teachers to continuously upgrade themselves and also meet the industry demands.
So, a young teacher listening right now, how does becoming a certified STEM robo educator change their career path?
So, Pasna, just to correct you, not only the young educators, rather whomsoever is interested in teaching and in technology can be a part of STEMROBO's Certified Educators Training Program. And this is a very unique program in a way that it gives the access to a bundle of opportunities to the educators as well as to other people as well who are looking out to build their skills, build their career into technology, which might be through educating others or maybe just upgrading themselves. So these courses are specifically designed in a way that when an educationist or a teacher access these courses, it gives them an edge and a privilege over others because STEMRO being a reputed company in this domain, when they sit in their interviews or when they apply to any school, the school principal or the management, they already have an assurance that if that person is STEMROBO certified, then there is a quality attached to that. So these are the kind of courses what we have launched specifically to meet the demand of the young age teachers as well as the education enthusiasts.
Okay, so like if I'm an educator from a tier 2 or tier 3 city and I have like zero coding knowledge, will this STEM robot training make me job ready?
Absolutely. And in fact, that is the whole idea of this program because this program starts from the very basic understanding. So, any newcomer, anyone who's not from this technical background can in fact be a part of this program. So, we start from the very basic understanding of this program, and then gradually this program moves forward, wherein these teachers get access to basics, then they get access to some hands-on, and then gradually we test them through various assessments, quizzes, and live one-on-one sessions. After going through these levels, they have to give a proper soft skills test as well as the technical skills test. Now, this helps them to gain confidence as well as we as an organization ensure that the teachers we are training are completely in line with what is needed, right? Then once they become a certified educator with STEMROBO, they get access to a variety of opportunities present. For example, we are not just providing them the access to this course, we are also providing them an access to run our labs that are spread across India. As you know, Pasna, STEMROBO has these schools spread across India in where we have these lab setups. So anyone from these cities, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities coming and becoming a part of this program and completing the certifications, and if we get requests from any of these schools across India, we can simply, through our network, deploy our certified educator in that school to run those labs. Similarly, the same trainers can apply as an innovation engineer with STEM Robo, and they can be on a payroll as a full-time employee. So, Vasan, not only in India, rather these opportunities are present across the globe. So we have our people who are currently working in multiple countries who become a part of this program through certified educators training program only, and now they have been deployed at international locations.
Well, that's really nice to hear that STEM Robo, along with providing technical education landscape, it's giving career opportunities to the youth. So the next thing is we often see in the news that UNESCO is predicted like by 2030 we'll be needing 69 million new teachers. So do you think this tech first training will be that important?
For sure, Upasana, because now if we talk about the current world, it is pretty much important for each and every teacher to know how to use a blackboard, how to use a textbook, and how to make the students read through them, right? In the similar way, when we talk about and when we foresee in future, in maybe 2030 or 2035, each and every blackboard would be replaced by the smart board, right? So every teacher would be needing an access and trainings on how to use the smart boards, how to use the technology, how to use the web solutions, as well as the interactive solutions being placed in the schools. So that is the reason it is very crucial and important for every teacher to be upgraded and to remain upgraded, as that is the future.
Yeah, that's really great to hear. So coming to our last question, you have like 10 plus years of experience in this education field. So what's your vision of a future ready teacher, one that India needs in the next 5 years?
So my vision for future ready teacher is, I personally think, a teacher who's not afraid of change. That is the first thing, because it is very crucial for a teacher to adopt technology, and not only adopt to just make the students learn whatever they have learned, rather to use the technology to amplify what they have learned, right? And engaging more and more students. Secondly, I see it as a teacher being a creator, not just a absorber of technology and absorber of content. Rather, their major role now lies in making more and more creators for life, wherein they can actually make students think, innovate, and create. That is where the future lies.
That's a really nice vision you have.
Thank you.
So, sir, I am from a non-technical background. So, I am not used to many buzzwords that the people around use a lot. So, could you help me out with this?
Sure.
So, the first question is we are hearing a lot about STEAM.
Right.
Earlier, it was STEM. So, what is actually STEAM?
So, Upasana, STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and maths. So, earlier we used to ignore a very important part, which was arts. Now, arts have been combined, and now the way how we teach a student or what we expect as an outcome is involving arts. So, that is from where the STEAM word has been derived.
Next is what is experiential learning?
Experiential learning is learning by doing. How a student actually does something and he learns from that. For example, we all learn about force, motion, and friction, but how actually he is learning it through robotics by creating an object or creating a model through a DIY kit is learning by doing or experiential learning.
So it's the same like hands-on learning?
Yeah.
So you have mentioned the word DIY.
Right.
So is it DIY kits? Can you explain it?
So DIY means do it yourself, which is a way wherein student actually performs some activity on that particular equipment or a kit, and he derives an outcome from that. So that is a do it yourself kit, what we call.
So do you have any words that you want to say to the honorable teachers?
So Pasna, I have just 2 lines to share for all the respected teachers out there. शिक्षक की सीख जीवन की दिशा बदल देती है, एक चिंगारी से पूरी दुनिया जल उठती है.
That's really nice, sir.
Thank you.
So that is why we at STEMROBO, we feel that when you train one teacher, you impact many students. So that is why this educated training program is free, accessible to all, and job linked. So we have come to the end of our podcast. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your precious insights with us and giving us your precious time.
Thank you for having me here with us. It's a pleasure. Thank you.